Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my podcast. I like it raw. If this is your first time to my podcast, welcome. My name is Mikala Leinani, and here I'm a spiritual motherfucking goddess, okay? I'm a spiritual goddess regardless of the podcast or not, but I like to talk about everything and anything raw, taboo, and real. People are a lot of people are timid to touch a lot of the topics that I touch on, but that is what I was created for. So, I'm just out here living my purpose, enjoying it, not being surface level motherfuckers because not being a surface level motherfucker because it's just not in my nature. But I want to talk about a lot of these surface level motherfuckers today because people been, kind of trying to clown on me and, not clown on me. Think they're not clowning? Man, fuck y'all. Look now. Obviously, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. That means, let me just break down what that means for real. I am not this body. I'm not this face. I'm not these hands. I'm not this physical being. I chose this body to have a physical experience on the 3D realm. Now, if you know and you are enlightened, we're transferring to 5D. You know what I'm saying? The fifth dimension. This is the world of physical enjoyment, pleasure of sex, material things, all of those things. That's what 3D is. So here I am, this spiritual entity in a human body that I chose because I came down here for a reason that some people may not remember. If we're talking about yourself personally, sometimes you may not remember why you're here, but I know why the fuck I'm here. So yes, with me having this human experience, when I first came here as a child, I knew, trust me, I knew I did not belong here. I knew I wasn't from here. I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't understand what the fuck was going on. But I have these moments where see, here we go. But I have these moments where I would look in the mirror since I was a child, whenever I could fucking remember. I would look in the mirror and the first thing I would ask myself, I'm like, is this real? Is this really what I look like? Is this me? Is this my face? And I would have that all the time. And I still go through this now. But now I understand that this isn't me. But it's cool to see who I chose to become to come down on this earth realm and experience all this shit. But looking in the mirror, I already knew. I'm like, man, this shit ain't even real. What the fuck is this? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? I would have those epiphanies all the time. And now that I have come to an understanding, I understand why I feel that way. But as a child, I couldn't put my finger on it, what it was. Like, why the fuck do I feel like a cast out? Like, why do I feel like I'm not even supposed to be here? Like, why do I feel like I don't have any family? Although my family and my mother is around. Like, this feels off. So I always had that experience as a child. Now, let's talk about what spirituality is. Because a lot of people don't understand the concept of what spirituality is. And for me to explain it in simple terms, as spirituality is whatever you want it to motherfucking be. That's it. It's not religion. It's not rules behind the shit. There's nothing about spirituality that should make people uncomfortable because spirituality is something that you can make your own. You can make it however you want to cater to yourself. And that's why I love spirituality. And I have become enlightened over the years. And I have gained a better understanding. I have gained so much knowledge. And I can comprehend so much and use powers of my own to discern different situations, different people. Okay? And within spirituality, there's a lot of things that people don't believe. Especially when I said fucking powers, bro. Yes, I have fucking powers, bro. There's a lot of people out here that have fucking powers, bro. And a lot of people, oh, this make-believe ass bullshit. Man, fuck you, nigga. Nah, it's not make-believe. But you can access your power because you don't believe in yourself. I believe in myself. I've been able to tap into my powers and it's just getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? There's different things like clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience. These different clairs, so clairaudience is what you see or what you hear. Clairsentience is what you know. Claircognizance is like, I believe it's feeling. Clairvoyance is seeing. There's a lot of different clairs. I ain't even about to go into all of them because, truth be told, I can't remember all the fucking clairs off the top of my motherfucking head. But there's a lot of different powers that people hold. There's also being able to talk to people. What is it called? Fucking telepathically. And I have now tapped into that fucking realm with my friend Sin. Beautiful experience because I've never experienced anything like this with anybody because Sin is also a spiritual being. She knows she is more than this body. She knows that she came down here for a purpose. You know, everything that we have went through and continue to go through is here to provide us more knowledge so we can continue living how we're supposed to live and provide the knowledge to other people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to go into the reason why I'm here because that's my personal fucking shit. Find your reason. But back to the fact that I have finally tapped in to telepathic communication with another being on this planet is, I mean, it's amazing. It's something that I can't even fucking explain because it's something that I've never encountered before besides with her. And it's just, I mean, I love the experience. So let me just get into some. Like, here's a quick example. I'm sitting here driving. The police were out that night. I pulled up on her, picked her up. We were about to smoke. I'm like, let's just wait until we get to the motherfucking freeway because the boys is out. The motherfucking boys is out. And so I'm driving. We're on the freeway for about 10 minutes. I'm like, you could go ahead and light up that blunt. The thing is, I thought that. I only thought that though. And she picks up the blunt and lights that bitch. And I'm like, bitch, I just said you could go ahead and light that bitch in my head. She's like, I heard you. And I said, okay. And that's why I'm like, bro, this shit crazy. And it's happened on more than just this one instance, which is what's really fucking, I mean, it's a beautiful thing because it's like you always, okay, that one time, oh, maybe this coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, but for people that, you know, don't believe the shit, oh, maybe that's just a coincidence, blah, blah, blah. But no, this happens on multiple occasions. I can talk to her without even saying shit. I can look at her and be like, and she gonna know what the fuck I said. Because we are just on that level in our spiritual realms and we're comfortable with our own selves to be able to access and tap into our own powers. And when you have two light beings that collude together, that shit is crazy. But anywho, the fact that she is a spiritual being, I'm a spiritual being, there's things that we have tapped into that others don't tap into, don't understand about tapping into, that they believe is a farce because they never been able to tap into that shit. My thing is, one of my other powers is the fact that I can see. If you know about the third eye, which is located right in between your brows, located just above the brow, it's called the pineal gland. If you have ever read up on what the pineal gland is, it is your third fucking eye. Now the government and the fucking world, whatever, they have been trying to calcify your eye since you were a child, since you popped out the motherfucking puss, okay? They have been trying to calcify your eye so you cannot see things that these two eyes cannot see, okay? You get what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about calcifying this eye, look up what the pineal gland is. When you're a child, your pineal gland is open. You're pure. You're coming into this world without any trauma, without any damage, without any pollutants, without any fucking toxicity, without any fucking poison. So your eye is open. But as you get older, there's a lot of things that calcify that eye and close that motherfucker. That includes the water that you fucking drink. Okay? The water that you drink, the fucking toothpaste that you brush your teeth with, the deodorant that you put under your arms, the soap that you use to wash your motherfucking ass, the shit that you use to wash your motherfucking clothes. All of these things calcify and close that third eye, including the shit that you watch on fucking TV. Okay? So they're doing this because they don't want you to tap in and they don't want you to know. They don't want you to enlighten yourself and start being able to see past the simulation that we're in. They don't want you to be able to see that. So they calcify that shit and close you off so you can stay in this 3D world and seeing with these motherfucking two eyes and be blind. Okay? So when I'm talking about you're getting constantly polluted off of the shit that you drink, how you wash your body, how you fucking keep your armpits from sweating and smelling like onions, all of those things just calcify your body, and a lot of it is fluoride. Fluoride. Listen to me when I say fluoride. Look up fluoride and see what it does for the body. Besides supposedly keep your teeth white. Because that's a fucking farce too. I stopped brushing my teeth with fucking fluoride toothpaste maybe six months ago. Maybe 6 months ago. There was a stain behind my tooth. In the front. There was a stain. That is now gone. Fluoride wasn't getting rid of that shit. Fluoride didn't whiten my teeth, but my shit nice and sparkly white. And that is because I eliminated fluoride out of everything that I use. I don't drink regular water, y'all. Eternal Brand, I'm gonna need y'all to sponsor me because I only drink y'all motherfucking water, nigga. I only drink y'all shit. All of these waters that claim that they're alkaline. Look at the ingredients. First off, why is there any ingredients in water besides water? That should be your number one question when you look at the back of your shit and you see sodium, bicarbonate, whatever, sodium, blah, blah, blah. Basically what they're putting in your fucking water is cement cleaner and baking soda. And that is what shows that the water is alkaline. When they do a test strip, it could show that it is alkaline, but it's alkalized by chemicals that kill you. And obviously they're not killing you right now. Oh, I've been drinking this water for blah, blah, blah. They're not. Do you think the government is that fucking stupid? Because they still want to make money off your ass. Of course they're not going to put enough fucking poison in one bottle of water to kill you. Because if everybody was drinking one bottle of water and died, they would be making no motherfucking money. Open that bitch up, please. So they're over here poisoning your water. Sad that Flint water system has lead in their water, but they still have that shit. You know what I'm saying? But side note, that was just a side note. But look in your water and see what is in your water. Drink natural spring water. Stop going for this alkaline shit. The name of this water is fucking it's eternal water. It's spring water. The back says there's nothing smart about adding electrolytes to filter tap water like most water brands. Can you say that for the niggas in the back? Can you say that for the motherfuckers that don't have no sense? The motherfuckers that act like they can't read? There is nothing smart about adding electrolytes to filter tap water like most water brands. Why the fuck do you need all these added things? Did your ancestors not drink the water from the lake and weren't they just motherfucking fine for the most part? Obviously, there were elements and shit that would come up as they would go through the different seasons and whatnot. Sometimes they might have ate a poisonous plant. But look now, our ancestors were they're fucking smart, bro. They didn't need none of this shit. Eternal water is different because it has naturally occurring electrolytes that come right from the pure and pristine springs. As our water filters through layers of ancient rock, it absorbs essential minerals. It arrived in this bottle as nature intended. Eternally perfect. This water was from the Springbrook Springs in New York. I like that. I can also see that. But whatever. The natural pH of this water is 7.7, between 7.7 and 8.2. Now, the alkalinity or the pH of your water can change because that is what the pH was when they bottled up your water. So just be mindful that shit can change. But be mindful when you're going into these gas stations, when you're going to the store and buying shit that says alkaline, that doesn't mean shit. But you're poisoning yourself. That's all that means. That means you're buying more poison. That's it. Okay? So don't let these motherfuckers fool you. Don't make them feel like, oh, well, I don't want to be musty. You know what I'm saying? So I got to use regular deodorant. No. You can use natural deodorant. I've switched to natural deodorant for that reason because I don't want any of the chemicals that's in the deodorant to seep into my fucking skin anymore and continue to try and calcify my fucking eye. No. I use natural deodorant. I ain't gonna motherfucking cat with y'all. This shit be melting the fuck off real quick. I don't get musty, but I'm like, damn, my pits is fucking wet. I could be sitting here just talking to y'all and my pits get wet. Like, no, you don't have that issue with normal deodorant, but you have to find things that you can use that are natural to combat those issues instead of using what's the easiest thing to use. Because the government wants you to always go for them first because it's easy to use. Oh, now I don't have to think about how to keep my armpits dry and smelling good. I'm going to just use Dove. I don't have to think about that. I'm going to just use Secret. I'm going to just use this. I'm going to just use that. Instead of using things that are natural that you might have to work on. You might have to, experiment with a few different products. But take that time and do that so you can actually detoxify your body. And you can actually open up that eye so you can start to see, you know what I'm saying? It's better for your body in the long term, trust me. So with that, my deodorant, like I said, my shit be slipping now. My shit be slipping. At the end of the day, I be having, a little wet pit stain. I don't be giving no fuck. At the end of the day, does everybody in this whole motherfucking world sweat? Yes. Besides the person that has, the condition where they literally have no sweat glands. But the people with like hyperhidrosis or something, or anhidrosis, is a condition where people literally, they can't fucking sweat. But besides that, we all motherfucking sweat. So this wet pit stain under here is some sweat, cause nigga, it's hot. Or I'm just sweating. Okay? But these things that the government, media, everything has been portrayed to be looked at as negatives, like sweat under your armpits, fucking pubic hair, fucking using regular, toothpaste that has no fluoride. Like, these things have been looked at, have made people look at people that don't use those things in a negative light. Like, oh, they always musty. That spiritual girl, the spiritual people always musty as fuck. No, we not. No. You could ask a lot of the people that I fucking deal with. See me on a daily basis. Give me a hug. I don't even wear perfume. I don't wear perfume and I don't wear anything scented. I don't wear scented lotion. I use shea butter. I don't wear any scented things, but people always tell me, you smell so fucking good. And it's literally just my body. It's always nice to know that I smell good and not my perfume. You know what I'm saying? I don't wear that shit because at the end of the day, unless it's an essential oil, I be feeling like it's a motherfucking poison. Like, with the way that this government works, with the foods that you eat, all these canned foods and shit, poison. So let's just go back because obviously I went off on a tangent. I'm trying not to make this episode long as fuck. But spirituality is what you make it. You know what I'm saying? And they will make you think that people who are spiritual are witches, they stank, and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They crazy. No, we're fucking not. I hate all the people that put a spiritual facade on too. Because I've been witnessing that in these past few fucking months. You know, there's a lot of people that like to act like they're spiritual. For one, the tattoo artist that I would go to, who ran off with all my motherfucking money. Y'all never know his name, but he likes to act like, oh, I'm this big spiritual guy. You know, he would have a lot of posters of spirituality around his motherfucking place and singing bowls and shit, crystals and all that shit, and talk about the different fruits that can help open your pineal gland and things that you should do. He could talk all this shit, but he would treat me like fucking shit, bro. The nigga stood me up for like 4 or 5 appointments, wouldn't answer the door. Like, nigga ran off with my money for the fucking sleeve that I paid for, and I don't have a fucking sleeve. Do not allow these motherfuckers to use spirituality as an excuse for bad behavior. Okay? Shit, there was a girl at the strip club that Sin and I was at. She was so fucking bitter because it was Halloween. Typically, people cannot wear scarves. They can't wear anything on their fucking head. Okay? I was wearing a scarf. It was a bandana. Black and white. I had it on. I had an all black outfit. Shit. I'm like, it's Halloween. Maybe I could just get away with this. And I was. I talked to the fucking manager of the strip club that I was working at the time. I went in there, glasses and scarf on with my outfit. And talked to him. I asked him a few questions because I had some people coming in. And I'm like, well, how much is it for a booth? Blah, blah, blah. I was all up in his face with my motherfucking scarf on. This nigga ain't say shit. He actually gave me a compliment. Now I think about it. He was like, oh, are them glasses new? You really wear them to see? I'm like, hell yeah, because I need to see. He's like, you look great in glasses. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I still had the scarf on and I walked about. Booty cheeks, you know, on wiggle, wiggle. And I walked around with my bandana. Ooh, ooh. I was like, my thing, I was trying to say I was a motherfucking motorcycle girl. Fuck. Because I just didn't feel like taking my motherfucking scarf off. It was cold outside. I want to keep my locks wrapped up because these motherfucking niggas at the strip club don't be understanding boundaries until I cut into that ass. I say, nope, you ain't touching my nipples. You ain't touching my titties. You ain't touching my ass or my pussy. You ain't touching my hair. You ain't touching my face. You could barely touch my arms, bro, or my legs. But I'll let you touch my arms or legs if I feel like I like you. But my hair was one of the biggest things because people would be like, oh my God, I love your hair. And they would reach for my locks. Nigga, I will kill you. The fuck? Not literally, but for real. You know what I'm saying? So I had that on. There was a girl. She was gorgeous. You know, I'm like, oh, she's so pretty. She had a Buzz Lightyear costume on, and her back was out. So she has all of the chakras along her spine in each color. From the top of her neck, I believe it was from the top of her neck, down to like the top of her booty crack, something like that. And Sam was like, oh, that's cute, blah, blah, blah. And I was sitting there thinking the same thing. This is how I already knew. Me and Sin knew each other from past fucking lives. And it's crazy because we both knew we knew each other from the past life. But anywho, she comments on that, blah, blah, blah. Girl's on stage, she doing her dance. And I'm just sitting there watching her because I'm admiring how smooth she is with the shit. She's walking real slow and sensual. And it's not like she has to do a lot. Like, but she's just doing it so slow and sensual and it just looks so good. And I'm just like, wow. So I'm, trying to pick up some tricks. At the end of the day, that's all I'm doing. I'm not hating. I don't have hate towards any women. You know what I'm saying? I'm just over here admiring. Especially if you don't know, I'm fucking bi. And very, very close to just being 100% gay. But at the end of the day, I'm just sitting there admiring her. I come on stage after her. It's me and Sin. We do our thing, blah, blah, blah. I get a call on the fucking, by the DJ, please go see the mom. So I have to go downstairs and see the house mom. I go downstairs and I see her. I'm like, what's good? She's like, you got to take your thing off. I'm like, I had my shit on all day. And the girl comes out all proud as fuck with her fucking, do you know snitches get stitches, bitch? Anywho, she come out when the mother is telling me, yeah, you got to take off your do-rag. First off, it's not a fucking do-rag, bro. How can y'all not tell the difference between a do-rag and a fucking scarf? I hate that shit. But anywho, the mom said that to me, and then the girl pops from behind me. Yeah, I came down here and told on you. First off, bitch, why are you so proud? Because like I said, do you not know snitches get stitches? I'm not that type of petty woman, but She just coming down here loud and proud and whatnot. She's like, because, yeah, if I can't do it, then nobody else can, blah, blah, blah. So that just told me the shit on her back was just for fucking looks, bro. I know spiritual beings, real spiritual beings aren't concerned about what other people do. I don't give a shit what the fuck you wearing. I don't give a shit how your hair look. I don't give a shit what you got on. No. Real spiritual beings don't give a fuck about any of that. But haters and earthly fucking energy blood sucking bitches and niggas give a fuck. Because they're not enlightened. Because they're living in the human. They are the human. They aren't the spirit that is supposed to be in a human. So I'm sitting here like, man, she had that facade on her motherfucking back, tatted permanently. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, bitch, you ain't enlightened. You just got a tattoo to act like you are. And then I got other people in my life that I was cool with, but I'm having to step back from because I don't like how these people mock my spirituality. I don't like when I'm having a conversation about my chakras and how I'm feeling, and the motherfucker will say, oh yeah, I'm feeling that shit in my chakras, and nigga, you don't even understand what spirituality is. I don't like when people ask me, oh, what's this mean, and then touch my motherfucking shit. Like you really give a fuck. Don't touch my crystals. Don't touch that shit. And don't mock me when I'm talking about my chakras, saying that you can feel it in your chakras, but you don't even know what the fuck a chakra is. You don't know where the chakras are located, but you want to say that because, oh, you think that might, I don't know, make me pay attention to you or something? Nigga, no. You're sorry. Okay? You're fucking sad. Over here trying to mock somebody's spirituality. Okay? I understand that there are going to be people that are curious about spirituality. And no, I do not have a problem teaching other people about spirituality. That's one of the things I'm here for, is to be a teacher to people that don't understand. But I'm not about to act like that wasn't you trying to make a mockery of me. Oh, when I'm saying, yeah, I'm feeling something in my solar plexus, then the person wants to say, oh, well, yeah, I'm feeling this in my chakras. Shut the fuck up before I pinch your motherfucking lips off your shit. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Or, like I said, when somebody touches the crystals, because I have crystal chokers, asking me what the crystals are, that's fine. But touching them and listening to me talk about what they are, because you're inquiring about what the fuck the type of crystal I'm wearing around my neck is, when I can just feel the fucking energy is disingenuous. Like, you're not even understanding. You're just here asking me a question so you can sit there and act like you listen. No, so you can sit there and hear me, but not listen and understand and comprehend what the fuck this is for. And it was lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is the new choker that I made. And obviously, if you know what lapis is, it's blue. It's a throat chakra type of fucking crystal, but it's lapis. So with me wearing that, it's a throat chakra stone. Well, I use it for my throat chakra. It brings good communication, clarity, protection. Basically being able to state your mind without fear, living in your 100% authentic self. And I'm saying this, and the person just like, yeah, I like that. I'm just like, yeah. But I'm saying the way I was saying it was with a purpose behind it, because I have been having to state my mind and be very stern and direct. And that's something I haven't done before with a lot of people, but especially with this person, until, months ago. Because you get tired of seeing the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of that shit. So now, but put this crystal on for protection against energy, blood-sucking motherfuckers, people that want to spiritually attack me, and I can voice my opinion with that shit. So I just don't like when people make a mockery out of things that they don't understand or they don't know. And if people don't understand that they're making a mockery out of it, I hope you get it now. If you don't really know what chakras are, don't say you feeling shit in your chakras to try and act like you understand what's going on. Just shut the fuck up. It's not cool. It's not funny. It's not nothing. It just make you look like you trying too motherfucking hard. A lot of people that are spiritual can tell the people that are putting on the spiritual facade. We can tell those people that ain't real. You ain't got to do all that. Boo. Be you. That's the beauty in spirituality. You can learn. You can be yourself. You don't have to mock other people. You don't have to act like you know. That's it. You don't have to act like anything but yourself. You don't have to put on a facade. You don't have to do any of that. But when people come to mocking my shit and what I do, I have a problem with that. And I don't know if I can speak for a lot of people that are spiritual that go through this, but we don't want to hear that shit. If you want to know something and you want to gain understanding, by all means, that's fine. But don't try and make a mockery of what the fuck I do. Don't try and make a mockery of the fact that I meditate to calm myself down. That was one of the things that happened to me too. The person I was talking to was like, just woosah, and started doing some deep breathing because in my practice, I do breathing practices, breathing exercises. I meditate, sitting in silence. I do a lot of different things to hone in and calm myself down and to be okay. And when I'm being told, well, do some breathing exercises, and the person like, I'm like, bro, I will smack the motherfucking shit out you because that's disrespectful. And then you're going to ask me, oh, well, did you meditate? Do you really even care? Or are you just talking to just talk? Because that's what it fucking sound like. That's what I can see. That's one of my motherfucking powers. I see the colors. I see people's auras. I see people's intention. So when you doing all this bullshit, bro, what the fuck? You don't need to do any of that because I can see through all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? All in all, spirituality is something that is beautiful. It is not to be mocked because like people with religions, y'all don't want y'all shit mocked. You don't want me to mock you as a human being in the way you stand and in the way you talk because you're going to start to think that that is disrespectful. So don't do it to us that are spiritual, that take our spirituality serious, that understand that we aren't this, but you don't understand it. Don't mock us because we got too much power for that. We got way too much power for that. And it should just be common respect, common decency to not do stupid shit like that. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and cap this episode off right here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you are watching me on YouTube. And if you are watching me on any of your major listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever the fuck, make sure you just share this episode. I would truly appreciate you. And if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow me on my IG at Mikala Leinani, Mikalaleinani. Make sure you also follow my podcast Instagram at I Like It Raw Podcast, my skating Instagram at MK Skates with 2 Z's at the end, no S, and my cat's cute little Instagram for my 2 babies at onyx.and.eclipse. So, all in all, this is the end of this episode. I appreciate y'all for coming to watch or listen. Or listen. And I will catch y'all in my next episode. Make sure y'all stay high, strapped up, and safe. And I'll talk to y'all soon.